Adieu.
But let's move on.
Let's move on
to Lupinrangers Vs Patranger.
Holy my gosh.
Holy hell. Oh my god, we jumped in right from where we left off, where I was super mad last week.
You were.
I was like, oh yeah, Lupin Red's gonna kick some butt. And then I look at that freaking time span. Damn it.
But there's some good drama,
Yes.
some good action.
And as always, I'd like to tip my hat off to Super Sentai and Toei for some of these they're really great fight scenes.
Oh my gosh.
Really great fight scenes. Just the choreography, everything. It's just really good.
It's I love one thing I feel like I never say enough on this show is the use of drone cameras on Toku, specifically in
which
Lupat.
is tough. It's tough to begin with. Like, I've tried flying a drone. I am not good at it.
Yeah.
It is like you have to practice and and to get shots like that.
Yeah. And to choreograph it with the fight scene.
Like, so you're speaking with the fight choreographer and you're a drone. So he's like, this is what I imagine. I want you to do this. I'm gonna come around here.
Yep.
So,
And then can we spin the camera a little bit?
Yeah.
I'm like, what?
Yeah.
What?
And
anyway.
in such confined spaces too sometimes.
Yeah.
So that's amazing.
Oh, so cool. But this fight, all in for the Zamigo fight, but also all in for the drama.
Yes.
Of our Lupinrangers. Hey yo, but we got a super chat.
All right.
The Dark Knight Blur goes, that was awesome. Zamigo is gonna be a commenter. Okay, jumping a bit ahead. Yes, they announced today that Zamigo's actor is gonna show up in Geo.
It only makes sense because he was very underutilized in this series.
Yeah. The funny thing is, I don't know if there's some cute nods to his writer. His character's gonna be called Common Writer Kikai.
Okay.
And he's another future writer.
Yes.
And now, fun fact, and I learned this today. I was off my game. Zamigo's actor actually had a big role with Toei 4 to 5 years ago, and he was the main lead in the feature film Kikaider Rebooted. Kikaider is another famous Toku character, another famous creation of Shotaro Ishinomori. And they tried to, give him a new reboot. They gave him his own feature film. It's pretty decent, not amazing, but pretty decent. But he's really good in it. And I didn't know till today that that was Zamigo's actor. Zamigo's actor was Kikaider.
Well, they kind of hide him. He's got that hair and the hat.
And his personality is very different. Yeah. In Kikaider Rebooted, he's he's a robot. He's a robot. He's an android. So he's very much like, I have a very simple expression. Yeah. So he's very, very different here. Are we on there, Super Chat?
Toku Kid says Starscream Zamigo was cool for his one episode.
Yeah?
That is cool.
That is true, and you're right.
He is Starscream.
He is Starscream, and it's a shame they only really utilize him very briefly.
But he didn't do anything Starscream-esque in regards to his boss. No. Starscream is.
You were banking on that too.
I was. He's well known for kind of backstabbing. Not backstabbing in order to climb the ranks.
Right. Okay. Actually, this episode also kind of starts off with one of them robot fights in the beginning.
Yeah. Where
the Patrangers are taking down the giant Portamen.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense to me.
It's just an excuse to get away from the Zamigo stuff right now. This also kind of confirms something that someone else brought up last time, I think. I'm not sure, one of us or someone from the chat, was that the show's finale is split. This is the Lupinranger finale.
Oh.
Next week will be centered on the Patrangers in the finale, which makes some sense, and I kind of like that it gives the Lupinrangers a breathe.
It did feel like a finale for the Lupinrangers.
Yeah.
They got, obviously they're stuck. They're stuck in the Dom, but they accomplished what they were wanting to accomplish the whole time.
They got what they needed. But, oh man, okay, first off, this scene is so good.
So good. These actors, oh my gosh, I follow them on social media.
Same.
They just have so much fun.
They do.
Yeah.
They do. And it's just kind of what's nice about this scene. It's finally, it's the real coming to a head.
Yes.
And we know that the ones that were a little more complicated relationships are Tsukasa.
Yes.
Because she gotten to become a little closer with Umika, and she's had a couple of moments with Toma that that allowed her to kind of get to know him a little better. And Sakuya, who has his big old crush on Umika, and he feels like he's got a weird connection with Toma.
But I feel like he's out of the three, he is the least accepting of everything.
Oh yeah,
like Tsukasa, she knows what needs to be done. She accepts what they did, and same with Kichiro.
Yeah.
But him, he seems to still be like wrapped. Oh, if I met you 2 years ago, maybe He's like, dude, she's still the same person. She didn't murder anybody.
Yeah.
I mean, did she?
No, well, not really, not really.
No.
They're bad guys. It's fine. And that's the thing. That kind of keeps going with Sakuya always being kind of like the more naive, the younger one of the group.
Yeah.
And that's kind of fitting for Sentai. Sakuya is green, and even in the first Sentai show, Green was the youngest member of the team.
Yeah.
So once in a while, Green can represent the baby, the one who doesn't the baby. I mean, I know most folks who know Power Rangers now know Green as
JDF the bear.
JDF the bear. But there's a present for Sentai having a Green Ranger who's like, I'm just a kid.
But now, especially with this episode, even the past few episodes, the lines have been blurred.
Yeah.
Like, very blurred. Like to the point where they were meeting with the chief, and then they're like, "Oh yeah, we gave them their changers. I'm sorry. Like it was a mistake. We it's a slip up.
Yeah.
We let them go. It was a slip up. The treatment of that doctor that was there when they woke up, I think that was a little excessive.
They can't throw him in the ground.
Toma, he just saved your life, dude. Come on.
Yeah, no.
Come on.
He's reacting.
He's like judo chop.
That's a security cop.
That's true. That's a security cop. Oh, that's right. It's a security cop, not the doctor. Either way, probably a little hardcore to take him out the way he did, but also, I mean, he's got to get out.
But yeah. So they're a little hurt that Kairi wanted to do this on his own.
I really loved the things I really loved about that scene with them and Tsukasa Sakuya was like they were going, they're telling them like, don't leave not because your guys are under arrest. It's like,
no, don't leave because you're hurt.
Yeah, you can't survive this in the condition you're in.
Yes.
And I love that they were both like, but our friends out there just as bad, if not worse than us.
Yes.
How can we let him do that?
Yeah.
And they're like...
They had to make a choice.
They made a choice.
Because they know that they have a mission, and they really, honestly, they want to help them on this mission.
Yeah.
So, is this a, Japanese trope where they grab them by the nose all the time?
I think so.
Yeah.
Don't grab me by my nose, but I guess that's a matter of affection.
But yeah, I do like the dynamic with these three. They're just... They're even though they're three strangers pitted together to accomplish one goal, they've grown into this loving family.
Yeah,
really.
That's the thing I liked about the show a lot. Is the show took a while, honestly, to have them accept to admit that they like each other. Yeah. It's neat that in the beginning when we find out each episode that they actually don't know the personal lives.
Too well. Yeah, there was that episode with Toma and Umika where they kind of they're by themselves and they started talking about their past life or what was going on.
And Umika, that was the episode where Umika was like, "Oh, today's my birthday," and Toma's like, "I didn't know that." Yeah. Or when they were watching Kairi looking at these kids who played basketball, and we very well know that was Kairi's life. Yes. And they didn't know. It's like, "Wow, did you play?"
What I failed to realize or forgot is that Kairi was not Mr. Popular. He was not. He was he was living in his brother's shadow.
Yeah.
Really. Mm-hmm. So the fact that Umika and Toma, not look up to him, but care for him so much.
Yeah.
It's eye-opening.
Yeah. The big fight definitely... Interesting enough, the big fight happens in a very interesting place.
Yes.
The big fight with the Lupinrangers and Zamigo doesn't really take place on a regular...
Because Zamigo he's tired of getting interrupted.
Yeah.
He's tired of getting interrupted.
Yeah.
So they go inside the safe of the dog. And in the safe, it doesn't look so bad. It's just a different...
dimension.
Open field, out of civilian area. And it was...
And more specifically, the Patrangers won't come in to interrupt. So right now, they're fighting...
Yeah, that's the division you were talking about.
Yeah. So right now, the final fight is in this dimension. Oh yeah, Super Chat! Ryan Thomas says Team Lupinranger.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah. But we'll see. If next week's episode is just as good, it's everybody. Everybody did good.
Yeah. And yeah, this is the big final fight. How do you feel about this last fight in like the sort of in the belly of the dawn in like this field?
So the whole little thing where they realize that the other collection pieces can lock stuff, or I think that was interesting.
That was kind of fun. Yeah,
that was kind of fun. When they got frozen and disappeared, I wasn't so much like afraid that they were gone. I was just like, that just means it's Lupin Red's turn to just go all out. Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't bring the Magnum in there with him.
Well, that probably would have helped.
Yeah,
that probably would have helped. This though, very cool. This last,
very cool.
Oh,
so cool.
Rad. This final goodbye.
Are you tired of like the Reds always getting that final shot? That that headline?
Well, it's sort of funny because it's like you guys sort of briefly talked about this in Ranger Wrap Up, right? About like Reds and how much they kind of overtake the show, and it's at the end of the day, it's like I guess you can't really argue the fact that at the end of the day, Red Rangers are kind of the leads.
Yeah.
In most Sentai, maybe not every Sentai, but arguably most Sentai, and yeah.
Maybe a little something different next time.
Maybe we'll see. Hey, though, we got a super chat.
Toku Kid says, "Bet Lupins are gone till V Cinema with Team 2." Was that?
Team 2 with, I guess, maybe my Team 2. Clarify?
Maybe the next season.
Maybe the next season. I don't know. But also, here's the other big reveal. As soon as he defeats Zamigo, everyone came back.
Yes.
And which makes sense, they came back exactly where they left off.
Yeah, but so everyone. Yeah. Every single person. So did they stay the age that they were?
They did not, but it's clear right now, these people don't know, and this is going to be interesting if they explore this. They don't know they lost 2 years of their lives.
It's like Demolition Man,
Oh, yeah.
Teasing,
Yeah, totally. Demolition Man, is that too old of a reference?
No, definitely not. No? Definitely not.
You should watch it. It's great.
What are the 3 shells for?
It's not use 3 shells. Nothing?
So,
no
yeah,
one? Anyway.
No one.
All right. Sorry about that.
So, yeah, I mean, it's going to be cool. I want to see... It's going to be... We have 1 episode left.
I do love this.
Oh, yeah.
When Kyrie jumps in and he basically gives him a big old bear hug.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that warmed my heart. That was really, and also it shows Kyrie
opening up and loving them, and it's so good.
Oh gosh, I'm gonna. Oh my gosh.
They're happy that they're happy.
But yeah, here's the screwed up scenario, right? Their friends and family are released.
Yes.
The tragedy is they're still stuck in there.
It's like Gift of the Magi.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
And yeah, this is where I'm actually like the fact that the next episode's gonna be the Patranger finale, because that means one, hey, for everyone who keeps complaining that the Lupinrangers overtake the show, it's
we isolated them, they're gone.
Yeah,
they're not gone.
Yeah, well, right now the focus is not on them. They're hanging out in a grassy field. The Patrangers now have to get them out of there, and that's super cool.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to seeing that finale.
I'm excited. Fight. And then the trailer from last week. Yeah, look at it. The armor switched on everybody. That's
cool. That's cool that the creature gets to wear that thing.
Yes. That's
super cool.
Awesome.
All right. What did you guys think of the episode? Before you say that, what's your review out of 7 Patrangers?
7.
7?
7.
7.
7.
All of them.
No question, it's fun.
It's good, and I can't wait to see how this show wraps up. But you go ahead.
I love more so the stuff that when they're not suited up than the ones when they are.
Yeah.
They're such really, for a kid's show, they're good actors.
They're phenomenal. And
to be fair, I mean, I'm comparing it to the kid shows we have here in America.
Right.
Where they are not so good actors.
But the actors are really always on top of it. The character work. I think, if anything, if the people who seem to really dig the show the most are the folks who agree that, the characters are great.
Yeah.
The main 6 are really, really great. And I can even still like Noelle, even if Noelle I feel like is a little underwritten. I think there's some good stuff in this show. Let's get to these reviews. Tokyo Cat said 7 out of 7 Rangers. Wait, I mean 4 out of 7. What happened there? Ryan Earl Thomas, I will give it a 7 out of 7. Alatrius, 4.5 out of 7. That last Zamigo fight was anticlimactic, and the reasoning for them to get into safe was dumb, and the trigger machine's power was fair enough. Anticlimactic a little bit, but I mostly because I feel like it's a character who's been gone for so long in the show that the final fight just doesn't feel as earned as it should have been.
Yeah, he should have been more episodes.
He should have been. I mean, I think we can all agree on that.
Yeah.
Dark Knight Blur, 6.9. 1 point off for not being a full hour. I mean, fair.
I mean, we weren't expecting.
No one expected that. That never happens with these shows. Layla goes, I get to see my husband soon out of 7. Also 7 out of 7. Blackwing, 7 out of 7 for me. It was a good end for the Lupins. Are we going to talk about the Rhea Soldier trail? Okay, we'll talk about it. But there's a fuller one that came out this week. I guess we can talk about it a little bit. Tristan said Full Monty 7. J-Boss 5.5.
So everybody is pretty much on board with us.
Kevin 7 Ice Guns out of 7. Adios. And lastly, Edward Sanchez Production 7 out of 7.
Yes. I didn't actually see that trailer.
I did, and I can talk about it really, 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 really quick. It looks super cool. It looks super fun. The running mecha shot that we saw last week looks rad. And it looks... I'm kind of digging...
They have a dinosaur companion?
It looks like they do.
Yeah? Kind of like Runaways a little bit?
Kind of like Runaways. Kind of like maybe perhaps Gabatira from Curager or
Dino Charge?
Or Rexy in Dino Charge.
Okay, yeah.
I will say that the leads look like a lot of fun. I think we're all agreed that there's a huge Curager vibe going on right now.
Yeah.
We'll see, but it's the same color lineup.
It is.
Mm-hmm. And they just said that the news that 6th Ranger was also gold, which I'm like, all right. Mm-hmm. All right. I do like the fights I'm seeing so far in the trailer, and it just looks like fun. And I mean, like,
We'll have fun with it.
Isn't that why?
Another dinosaur season.
But, like, if you want to add in, like, the Medieval Knights, Three Musketeers thing, which they feel like they're doing.
Alexander Dumas.
Yeah, there's a little bit of that in there. A little bit of swashbuckler.
Nice.
Hey, you know what? Like,
I love that.
Yeah, same.
BBC's The Musketeers, great show.
I've not seen it. I've been wanting to see that.
So I don't know if it's still going. Actually, no.
I think it's at least you can watch it available.
Yeah.
I think at the end of the day, this looks like fun. Like the cast looks like they could be really enjoyable. Like Sendai's fun.
When was the last time we had 2 girl rangers in Sentai?
This show.
Really?
Yeah.
Dang.
Not Lupinranger, and then that's the case where it's like 1 per team. Yeah, y'all got to fix that.
Yeah.
Like it's been I guess Ninja was another one, 2 girls in that show. But I'm looking forward to it. But it's interesting. We can't. That's not happening till March.
No.
March 17th.
That means we got that little mini series. That's gonna be so much fun.
And we will be covering that.
Yes.
Absolutely. So, guys,
thank you so much, you guys.